ready for a journey. One that's like equal parts history and like natural wonder.
That's exciting.
Today we are taking a deep dive into Jinan, China.
Jinan.
Yeah, Jinan,
Okay.
a city that has been drawing travelers for over 2,000 years.
Wow.
We've got excerpts from flightandhotels.com and a detailed travel guide
What?
to help us unearth what makes Jinan so special.
Yeah.
Especially for you, listener.
What really intrigues me is how Jinan, has flourished for centuries, right at the crossroads of these major trade routes.
Yeah.
It's not just a city passing through history. It's like a city shaped by it.
And speaking of being shaped,
Oh, yeah.
Jinan is nicknamed the City of Springs.
City of Springs. Interesting.
Not something you hear every day.
Not every day, no.
Our sources make it sound like they're not just pretty fountains either.
No, exactly. Take the Baotu Spring, for example. Renowned for its crystal clear water, so pure and plentiful.
Wow.
It's actually a major part of the city's water supply.
Really?
Can you imagine turning on your tap and getting fresh spring water?
Talk about a taste of history.
Yeah.
Now, our travel guide dives into the must-see spots.
Okay.
I was expecting the usual temples and historical sites, which we will definitely get to.
Of course.
There's a surprising variety here.
Oh.
Let's start with Baotu Spring Park itself.
Okay.
More than just the spring bubbling up.
Yeah.
Traditional Chinese architecture reflected in the water, serene gardens offering a moment of peace,
Beautiful.
all nestled right in the city's heart.
Wow.
It's like stepping into a painted scroll.
I love that.
Okay, now I'm picturing myself there taking a peaceful stroll.
Yeah.
But then there's Daming Lake.
Daming Lake.
This guide makes it sound enormous.
Okay.
Lush greenery, boat rides, temples, and monuments scattered around.
Yeah.
It really comes alive in the spring and summer, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's said that during the Song Dynasty,
Yeah.
emperors would sail on Daming Lake
Wow.
to enjoy operas performed on specially constructed stages. Really?
That blend of nature, art, and imperial history really sets the scene.
Wow. Talk about an immersive experience.
For sure.
And from the lake, we ascend to something completely different.
Okay.
Thousand Buddha Mountain.
Thousand Buddha Mountain. Okay.
The name alone sparks curiosity, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine hundreds of Buddhist statues,
Wow.
some carved right into the mountainside,
Amazing.
nestled among cave temples dating back centuries.
Wow.
Each one tells a story, reflecting different styles and periods of Buddhist art.
Yeah.
And the panoramic view from the summit. It's breathtaking.
That's incredible.
I'm starting to get a sense of Jinan's layers.
Yeah.
We've got natural beauty, spiritual sights. What about those ancient streets our guide mentioned?
Well, yeah.
Jinan Old City sounds like a must for anyone wanting to step back in time.
Absolutely. Think bustling markets, traditional shops with wares spilling out onto the street, the aroma of authentic Jinan cuisine filling the air.
Oh, wow.
It's a sensory overload in the best way possible. I can imagine.
And keep an eye out for the city gates and walls.
Yep.
Remnants of Jinan's fortifications. They really give you a sense of walking through history.
I'm already imagining myself trying to haggle for souvenirs in Mandarin.
Good luck.
Okay, this next one is purely because the name caught my eye.
Okay.
Black Tiger Spring.
Black Tiger Spring.
What's the story there? It sounds almost mythical.
It's named for the unique rock formations surrounding the spring.
Okay.
They're shaped like crouching tigers.
Oh, cool.
And the water gushes out with such force that it's said to sound like a tiger's roar.
Wow.
It's a powerful combination of sight and sound
That's neat.
that captivates visitors.
So we've got peaceful parks,
Yeah.
a grand lake, a mountain steeped in spirituality, and ancient streets.
Wow.
But what about diving deeper into the region's history itself?
Oh, good point.
Is there a place for that?
If you're looking to unravel the stories behind the artifacts and artwork
Okay.
of Shandong Province,
Yeah.
the Shandong Provincial Museum is a must-visit. It's home to a remarkable collection that offers a glimpse into the region's cultural heritage. A perfect complement to seeing the sites themselves.
And since we're talking about delving deeper, we can't forget about Lingyan Temple.
Lingyan Temple.
I'm sensing a theme of incredible architecture in Jinan.
I was just thinking that. Lingyan Temple is one of the oldest Buddhist temples in the region.
Oh, wow.
And its architectural style is truly remarkable.
Okay.
Think intricate carvings,
Wow.
towering pagodas, and magnificent Buddha statues that have stood for centuries.
It's amazing how these structures have survived for so long.
It is.
It's a place where you can sense the weight of history and the tranquility of spiritual devotion.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to understand why Jinan has captivated travelers for so long.
Yeah.
It's this beautiful blend of the ancient and the modern, with a touch of magic sprinkled in thanks to those natural springs.
That's a good way to put it.
But we've only just scratched the surface.
We have. There's so much more to explore.
I'm ready.
And in the next part of our deep dive,
Okay.
we'll delve into what truly makes Jinan stand out as a travel destination.
Okay.
We'll uncover hidden gems, connect historical threads,
I like it.
and discuss why Jinan might be the perfect place for you.
So stick with us, listener, as we continue our journey into the heart of Jinan.
It'll be an adventure.
Welcome back to our Jinan adventure.
It's great to be back.
We've explored tranquil parks, a majestic lake, and even a mountain with 1,000 stories etched into its slopes.
It's incredible.
What I'm realizing is it's not just about ticking off these incredible sights.
Right.
It's about the feeling you get while experiencing them.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It's the essence of Jinan that truly captivates.
I agree.
Imagine yourself,
Okay.
a history enthusiast,
Yeah.
standing before the ancient gates of the old city,
Wow.
feeling the weight of centuries beneath your feet.
And then picture a nature lover completely mesmerized by the cascading waters of Black Tiger Spring that roar echoing through the park.
It's almost like you can hear it now.
I know, right?
Each person connects with Jinan
Yeah,
in their own unique way.
exactly. And for those who crave cultural immersion, imagine strolling through those bustling markets in the old city.
Yeah.
The sights, the sounds.
The smells.
The smells, yeah.
Of daily life swirling around you.
It's amazing.
It's that blend of old and new, the traditional and the modern,
Yeah.
that makes Jinan so fascinating.
It's like stepping through time,
Right.
yet it all feels so cohesive.
I think that's what draws people to it.
It begs the question,
Okay.
what aspect of Jinan calls out to you the most, listener?
That's a good question.
Which experience would you prioritize?
There's something for everyone.
I agree.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But what strikes me are those ever-flowing springs. It's like the city itself is constantly being revitalized. A source of life pulsating through its very core.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Thank you.
Speaking of springs,
Yeah.
our sources did mention flightandhotels.com
Right.
as a potential resource for planning a trip.
Of course, we don't endorse any specific website,
Of course not.
but online platforms can be helpful tools for comparing options and finding the best deals.
Right.
Especially with a destination as multifaceted as Jinan.
Yeah.
Having a resource to navigate flights, accommodations, and even local tours
Yeah.
can be incredibly valuable.
Absolutely. It streamlines the planning process,
It does.
so you can focus on the excitement of actually being there.
Exactly.
But even with all the planning in the world,
Yeah.
we've only just begun to uncover what Jinan has to offer.
There's so much more beneath the surface.
Wow.
Stories waiting to be told.
Okay.
Experiences to be had. Flavors to be savored.
Speaking of flavors,
Right.
one aspect we haven't touched on yet is Jinan's culinary scene.
Food. Yeah.
And as someone who travels for the food as much as the sights,
I hear you.
I'm particularly interested in this.
Jinan's cuisine is deeply rooted in the Shandong culinary tradition,
Okay.
one of the most celebrated in China.
Wow.
It's known for its emphasis on fresh, seasonal ingredients
I like that.
and a harmonious balance of flavors. Sweet, sour, salty, and spicy.
I'm already intrigued.
Huh.
Is there a particular dish that stands out, something that truly embodies the essence of Jinan cuisine?
There are many, but one that comes to mind is lukai,
Lukai. Okay.
a braised dish that can feature seafood, meat, or vegetables.
Okay.
What makes it special is the slow cooking process
Oh, interesting.
and the rich, savory sauce, often made with soy sauce, sugar, and spices.
Sounds delicious.
Each family, each restaurant
Yeah.
has its own unique twist on the recipe, passed down through generations.
I'm getting hungry just hearing you describe it.
Me too.
And I'm guessing the best place to experience authentic Lukai is in the old city, amidst
Right.
those traditional shops and street food stalls.
Absolutely. The old city is a culinary adventure
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
Okay.
Imagine yourself wandering through those narrow streets.
Right.
The aromas of steaming dumplings, savory pancakes,
Yeah.
and sweet pastries filling the air.
It's more than just a meal.
It is.
It's an immersive cultural experience.
For sure.
But before we get completely lost in the deliciousness of
Yeah.
Jinan's food scene,
Okay.
there's one more key aspect of the city we need to explore, and it's something that sets Jinan apart from many other destinations in China.
You're referring to the city's unique relationship
Yeah,
with its natural surroundings, aren't you?
exactly.
That seamless blend
Yeah.
of urban life and the natural world.
We've touched on the springs and the lake, but there's a deeper story here about how Jinan has integrated nature into its very fabric.
Jinan has long been known as a city of gardens and waterways.
Okay.
In fact, its ancient city planning incorporated the springs and canals into the urban design, creating a network of green spaces and water features.
It's amazing how they planned that.
I know.
That weave through the city.
It sounds like an oasis within a bustling metropolis.
It does.
I'm picturing a city where you can easily escape the hustle and bustle and find a moment of peace by a flowing spring or a tranquil garden.
And that's precisely what makes Jinan so special.
I agree.
It's a city that offers both the excitement of urban exploration and the serenity of natural beauty.
Yeah.
It's a place where you can discover ancient temples, nestled amidst modern skyscrapers, and where you can find yourself lost in the tranquility of a traditional garden.
I like that.
Just steps away from a bustling market.
It's that perfect blend of contrasts.
It is.
That keeps drawing me in.
But with all this talk of ancient history and modern vibrancy, I'm curious, what about the people who call Jinan home?
That's a great question.
What are their lives like?
It's easy to get caught up in the tourist attractions. But the true heart of any city lies in its people.
And the people of Jinan are known for their warmth, their hospitality, and their deep connection to their city's rich cultural heritage.
Absolutely.
So if we were to imagine ourselves wandering through those ancient streets, what kind of interactions might we have with the locals?
Picture this. You're browsing the stalls at a local market, admiring the colorful handicrafts and the fresh produce.
Yeah.
The vendor, noticing your interest, might offer you a taste of a local delicacy.
Oh, nice.
Or share a story about the traditional techniques used to create the goods.
I can already picture myself attempting to communicate in my broken Mandarin.
I bet.
Sharing smiles and laughter with the locals.
I love that.
Even if we don't fully understand each other's language.
It's those genuine human connections that truly enrich the travel experience.
And I have a feeling that the people of Jinan would be more than happy to welcome you into their city.
I think so.
And share their stories with you.
I agree.
Well, listener, it seems we've uncovered even more layers to Jinan than we initially imagined.
There's always more to discover.
But there's still one crucial aspect we haven't addressed yet.
What's that?
The practicalities of planning a trip to this captivating city.
You're right. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll shift gears and discuss some logistical considerations for those who might be inspired to experience Jinan firsthand. We'll talk about visa requirements, transportation options.
Great.
And even delve into some responsible travel tips.
I like it.
To ensure a meaningful and impactful journey.
So stick with us, listener, as we wrap up our exploration of Jinan and provide you with all the information you need to start planning your own adventure.
It'll be an adventure for sure.
Welcome back to our Jinan Deep Dive.
Glad to be here.
We've explored ancient temples, serene parks,
bustling markets, and even delved into the city's unique culinary scene.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. But let's be practical for a moment. What about actually getting to Jinan? And experiencing all this firsthand?
Well, Jinan is incredibly accessible. With a modern international airport. And high-speed rail connections to major cities across China.
So it's easy to get to.
Very easy.
Depending on where you're coming from. You could find yourself strolling through Baotu Spring Park just hours after landing.
That's pretty cool.
I know. So let's say our listener is ready to book that flight. What are the visa requirements for visiting China?
Most travelers will need a tourist visa, which you can apply for online, or through a Chinese embassy or consulate in your home country.
Makes sense.
The process is fairly straightforward. But it's best to start early and ensure you have all the required documentation.
Good advice.
And once we're on the ground in Jinan, how do we navigate the city? Is public transportation a good option?
Jinan boasts an excellent public transportation system.
Okay.
With a comprehensive network of buses.
Okay.
And a modern subway system that makes getting around a breeze.
That's good to know.
Plus, it's incredibly affordable.
Even better.
Allowing you to explore more of the city.
Right.
Without breaking the bank.
That's always music to my ears.
I agree.
But I have to admit, I'm also intrigued by the idea of exploring Jinan's surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any day trips or excursions you'd recommend?
Absolutely. Jinan is surrounded by stunning natural beauty.
Okay.
And historical sites just waiting to be discovered.
Like what?
Mount Tai.
Mount Tai, okay.
One of China's 5 sacred mountains.
Wow.
Is a must-visit for those seeking breathtaking views and spiritual significance.
So we can get our nature and spirituality fix all in one.
Exactly.
And if you're interested in ancient history, the city of Quofu, the birthplace of Confucius, is just a short train ride away.
That's amazing.
Wow, so much to explore.
There is.
Both within Jinan and beyond.
I know, right?
But before we get carried away with planning itineraries, let's talk about responsible travel.
Okay, good point.
How can we ensure our visit to Jinan is meaningful and impactful, both for ourselves and for the local community?
That's an important consideration.
It is.
One key aspect is respecting local customs and traditions.
Of course.
For example,
okay,
it's customary to remove your shoes
before
entering temples.
Yeah.
And some private homes.
Good to know.
Learning a few basic Mandarin phrases will also go a long way in showing respect.
I agree.
And facilitating interactions with locals.
Absolutely. And what about supporting local businesses and communities? Any tips on how to do that authentically?
Definitely. Opting for locally owned accommodations.
Okay.
Dining at family-run restaurants.
Right.
And purchasing souvenirs from local artisans are great ways to contribute directly to the local economy.
Absence.
And don't be afraid to venture beyond the tourist hotspots.
Okay.
And explore the less traveled neighborhoods.
I like that.
You'll often find hidden gems and experience a more authentic side of the city.
It's all about being mindful travelers, right?
Yeah.
Engaging with the local culture, respecting the environment, and leaving a positive impact wherever we go.
Precisely.
And I think that's what makes traveling so rewarding.
It is.
It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to connect with the world in a meaningful way.
Well said.
So, listener, as we wrap up our deep dive into Jinan, I encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those adventurous spirits high.
I like it.
Whether you choose to wander through ancient temples, lose yourself in the tranquility of Baotu Spring Park,
I love that.
or sample the culinary delights of the old city, I have a feeling Jinan will leave a lasting impression on your heart.
I agree.
Until our next deep dive, happy travels.
Okay.